And upright, but that one was pretty close.
And it is in real time so hard to see that they're moving their hands back in. Kept alive by Morrison, but Gary Irvin reads the play, gets it to Gibson. Gibson looking for the roller. Irvin's been hot. Woo! He continues.
They need to just keep using that up. Get the ball to Gary Irvin and let him play. He is on fire in this third term.
Both teams shooting it very well. Golding's off the back of the iron. He's out of rhythm. Here come the 36ers. Gibson trying to create some space for Gary Irvin. His floater's short. Worthington tips it to his teammate Tomlinson. Worthington on the good seal, and he gets the layup over Gary Irvin in that mismatch.
Another good pass by Tomlinson in the open court. His vision is superb to see that mismatch of Gary Irvin down there trying to guard Mark Worthington.
Nate Tomlinson with 12 assists in the game. Skips it to Rhys Carter. He's off the mark, but he keeps it alive. He gets it to Golding.
Silly foul there by Luke Schenscher. Didn't need a foul, and now Melbourne will walk the length of the court. Adelaide in foul trouble, get two easy ones, which could get Golding back into rhythm.
And Nate Tomlinson just 2 of 7 from the field, but 12 assists. He's done a tremendous job of getting the basketball into the bigs.
Yeah, his vision is fantastic. He's coming down on the break, making good decisions in the half court, getting the ball into the bigs. He's having a great game, and that's, you don't have to score to influence a game, and 12 assists is unbelievable for a point guard.
And that is a silly foul, because look who you put on the line. Golding hasn't done much since those quick 11 points. And he gets 2 cheapies. He didn't like the look of that one. He's following his own shot.
He'll take it, though. And yeah, as you said, this could get him back into rhythm. The last thing Adelaide need when they're up 9 on a little bit of a roll, they need to keep him as cold as they can.
Creek puts it on the floor. One bounce dribble is an air ball. His 3-point shot is good. So after a foul by Schenscher, Golding goes to the other line for 2 freebies and then a 3-point shot by Lucas Walker, and the Melbourne Tigers have scored the last 7 points, and the momentum has swung.
Yeah, Adelaide are going to have to start respecting Walker from the 3-point line. He's knocked in a couple tonight. They're going to have to close him out a little bit harder and put him under a bit more pressure. They can't just keep giving him that wide open shot. He deserves it now.
And once again, don't miss the other series. Game 1 tomorrow night. The Perth Wildcats going up against Wollongong. And Wollongong hit more threes in that game against the Sydney Kings than any other team in the 40-minute format. I thought they were hot, but I didn't know they were that hot.
They were hot. Oscar Foreman on fire. Rodney Clark on fire. They have been great. Rhys has been superb for them as well. He has really stepped up his game, especially the second half of the year. They've got a lot of avenues. Perth, everyone's just ticking the box for them, but they better watch out when Wollongong come to town.
Well, with Rhys Martin healthy and in the form that he's in, that means that they've got often 2 guards, one on either side of the floor, coming off of those on-ball screens, making plays.
And then when you've got someone like Oscar Foreman picking and popping to try and guard that is very, very difficult.
And don't forget Tim Conrad, too. And he was knocking down shots as well in that huge win that they had over the Sydney Kings to put themselves into the playoffs. Schenscher to Irvin. Finally misses one.
Tough shot there too. Probably not the shot Adelaide wanted, even though Irvin's been hot. He had a hand right in his face from a foot or 2 outside from 3. They just didn't seem to have much motion on that play as we see a turnover from Tomlinson.
Then Adelaide almost give it right back. Carter, his lefty is good. He's like a street baller. He can make something out of nothing.
Just weaving his way through there. He was on fire from 3 in that first half. He is looking to score.
Golding spinning.
Good defense.
A travel. Man, that wasn't a real confident call, was it?
I think he was more worried that Joey had just yelled out travel in his ear, and he didn't want to have to call it just after Joey had yelled it at him. But that was really good defense by Rhys, just sliding his feet.
Carter splits the D. He's fouled on Chris Golding.
Foul on Golding. That takes him to 3. Morrison on 3. This could spell a little bit of trouble. They certainly don't want those guys getting into foul trouble in this game.
There is the foul trouble. Tees on 3, Johnson on 3, and as you mentioned, Morrison on 3 and Chris Golding. Carter with a bomb. That's an air ball. And he just shows a hand to the bench of the Adelaide 36ers.
It was a little apology hand, I think. As soon as it left, he realized that is not even close.
Now he's playing the D. On Golding. Tomlinson gets it into Morrison. Skip it to Walker. He puts it on the floor. Back to Tomlinson. Now he's wide open just before the shot clock expires. Not a bad possession for the Tigers.
I think a good possession by both teams. Melbourne used the ball really well, and Adelaide played pretty good defense. They had a good hand on that shot under pressure. They had Tomlinson shooting it, which is one of the guys they would want.
Foul occurs early. That was on Jason Kadee, just using that arm bar as Nate Tomlinson used the surprise attack. Looked like he was just going to slow it down and get into their half-court stuff.
You just didn't expect him to go, did you? He just looked like he was hesitating, going to pull it out. A quick reverse. He's at the line, though, for 2.
Hard to fault a man, even if he misses a free throw when he's sitting on 12 assists with plenty more basketball to go. That's a lot of assists for a 40-minute game. Because if he gets it going, if he gets up around 20, Petrie, he looked like he walked. Good hands by Golding.
Yeah, still with 12 minutes to go in the game as well. There's a lot to play in this game. He could easily, Craig, if he keeps going at this pace, he'll be up around that 20 mark, which is a great game.
And he plays plenty of minutes. Tigers just cannot afford not to have him in the game. Shencher. His hook shot is long. Tomlinson runs it down. He's got no numbers.
Adelaide doing a much better job of picking up that first man with the ball, slowing Nate Tomlinson down there, but some good penetration by Walker. He's getting in through those gaps and causing some trouble for Adelaide as we see it narrowed now to a 7-point lead.
The fact that he's knocked a couple down has changed how they run at him. Creek missed his first one by a long shot. That one was a much better look. Tigers have numbers. Walker to Golding. Into Walker on the mismatch. Just backs down Kadee. Loses the handle.
Thought Adelaide probably should have sent someone running at that, because if he'd got his balance there, it was all over with Kadee trying to guard Walker down low. It's not going to happen. So we see a tough move there by Petrie. Nice rebound by Wertho.
Just under a minute and a half. A minute and a half to go here in the third. Golding. Still got Carter all over him. He rips it through his jumper. It's short.
Carter's doing a great job defensively on Golding. Golding looking to be active offensively, but
Carter, I think he was looking past that. with that size, picks up the offensive rebound. I think Carter might be on his way out. Even though I do think that was a pass.
Well, possibly a pass, but no one really wanted that.
With the Melbourne Tigers.
Adelaide choosing to see that one go over. I think when it's a 50-50 like that, you just have to grab it. You can't leave it up to the referee. You just don't know which way they're going to call it on a 50-50.
Golding catches a break. Kind of got caught in the air, nowhere to go. And no angle on a pass. 9 straight points by the Tigers. Tomlinson looking for an interior target. Finds Golding. He's got Rhys Carter all over him. Pull-up jump shot. Oh, short. That looked good.
Did look good too. Melbourne Tigers with all the momentum. Adelaide need to take care of the ball. Rhys Carter for 3. He's been hot tonight.
I'm not sure if that was a great shot in that situation.
I think they could have run a bit more of the clock down, but when you're hot, and he's hot tonight.
He sure is. Come up with one big play after another. Golding gets to the rim and lays it up on a reverse layup. Tigers just hanging in there, but they're running out of time.
Seeing a few guys looking like cramming up. Tomlinson really having trouble with his calves there as he runs back down the defensive end.
Petrie, good catch by Johnson. Tomlinson beats everybody to the ball and then loses it.
Oh, thought Carter was going to launch that one. He was looking for it too. Luckily for the defense, they got out to him. Adelaide running the clock down.
Tomlinson cannot even move. It shows you how reluctant Anstey is to take Nate Tomlinson out.
He wants to keep him in. It looks like Farrakhan might be checking into the game, but Tomlinson really cramping.
What an effort by the Melbourne Tigers. Went on a 9-0 run before Rhys Carter hit a bomb. .com.au for the final series.
I'd really like to see him up the pressure a little bit. Get up the court, full court press, 3/4 court press. They need to do something to change the tempo. They've caused some turnovers, but they need to lift the tempo of this game.
Johnson going left, gets it to Petrie for the jam. 1 second left on the shot clock. Adelaide trying to put the nail in the coffin on the Tigers. Lucas Walker and Petrie getting into it a little bit. That's what you don't want to see. Frustration setting in. The game that looks like it's going to be won by the 36ers.
There's a real good pass there by Daniel Johnson feeding Petrie going to the bucket. Lucas Walker can't respond.
Lucas Walker not happy with the contact that he gets from Johnson after the shot. Lucas Walker probably feels like he's caught the raw end of a couple of physical encounters.
Michael Allen calling some of the players and coaches in just to try and get control back in this game. That was an unnecessary foul there by Daniel Johnson closing out. He got caught, fouled him in the air, and then, as you said, Walker a little bit upset about how the last couple of plays have panned out.
Yeah, he gave him a little bit of a shove after the shot. This is really a mental error. Right in front of the referee. They want the clock to keep ticking. Lead is 14. Everything going your way when you're trying to make up a deficit like this in a short period of time. Walker trying to make it 2 out of 3. He gets it.
I think if you're looking at this game, where can Melbourne pick up these points or turn this game around? They've got to get the ball to Morrison a little bit more. He's on 7 points in this game. He's back in the game now, but
Petrie with a sweet reverse layup as Morrison came to contest the dunk.
he needs to impose himself in this game a little bit more. Morrison, as we see Farrakhan pull up for a 3. They need to take some early shots if they're going to get back into this one.
Yeah, you need to roll the dice. You don't want to get close. You want to put yourself in a position to win. And he pulls the trigger early, comes up empty. Irvin gets trapped, throws it to Walker. Good hands by
Good
Schencher.
save.
Carter's got to get one off the back of the iron. Tigers have numbers. Golding. And he lays it up short. Good hands by Schencher. They have saved 2. Farrakhan for 3. Off the back of the iron. Good hustle by the 36ers as the ball just laid on the rim.
Good hands there by Carter. Really put Golding under pressure. I wasn't sure if Schencher's hand went through, but looked like it came up on the outer side of the ring, so it was legal. Farrakhan missing the follow-up 3.
And that's what Chris Anstey is complaining about, that Schencher came up through the rim. As the ball's sitting up there, Schencher comes from the outside.
Outside. He did collect the net on the way up, which probably was the thing that caused the confusion there.
Timeout, the Adelaide 36ers.